Hello students, welcome again all of you. Students, as you all know, in last lecture we already started chapter number 5, substances in the surrounding, their states and properties, part 3. So in last lecture we already started properties of substances. So in last lecture we already completed few points of this topic like brittleness, hardness, elasticity. So students, in this lecture we will going to start a new point, fluidity. Okay students, so let's begin with the new points. So students, what is mean by fluidity? The property of flowing from the slope is fluidity. Students, take a flat metal sheet of the size of a notebook. Holding it at an angle, as you can see in the textbook figure number 5.11, put a drop of water, honey or gum at different places on the board. As you can see in the picture, there is a drop of water, honey and gum, right? Observe how they flow down the slope. So as you can see, which drop can flow easily? Water, right? Water can slope easily at any substances, right? So on liquid flow downward on a sloping surface. This property is called fluidity. The fluidity of any liquid is determined by how easily it flows. As you can see, the density of in a gum is very high, so that's why it takes times to flow, and honey also, but water can easily flow, right? As you can see in the picture. Next point is density. So what is the meaning of density? The property of density is because of mass of substances. Like students, take if two blocks of same size, okay? If you take two blocks of same size, one wooden, another is of iron, are weight in a balance, you can put the two blocks on the balance machine, okay, weight machine. How would they compare? You can see the mass of different substances having the same volume can be different. These differences is because of the differences in the density between substances of the same volume. The ones with greater density are heavier than the those of less density. Okay, as you can see, which one will be heavier? The iron one, right? The blocks of iron, and the blocks of wooden will be less density because it is lesser than the iron, right? Iron is more heavier density compared to wooden, right? So a substance with a great mass has greater density. Next topic is solubility. So students, what is solubility? The property of substance to get dissolved is called solubility. Here one experiment has given. You can also do this activity, but under the guidance of your parents. Okay students. So what you have to do? Take a glass of water. Okay. Add some salt, fine sands and sugar to it and try to dissolve them. Repeat this, replacing water with kerosene. Okay, in first activity what you have done, you add salt, sand and sugar in water. Okay, so keep that glass inside. Okay, now repeat this activity but replace water. In place of water, what you have to keep? Kerosene. Okay. What do you observe? Some solid substances dissolve in a particular liquid. If a solid does not dissolve in a liquid, it is said to be insoluble in that liquid. Example, salt is soluble in water. You can see now, salt is easily dissolve in water, because means that salt is soluble, okay, but insoluble in kerosene. But if you put salt in kerosene, it will not dissolve, okay. So you know of many beverages made by using water and soluble substances, the property of a substance of getting dissolved is called as solubility. So what is the solubility? Do you understand, students? If we put salt in the water, then it will dissolve easily, means salt is a soluble substance. But if we put salt in a kerosene, then means kerosene is not a soluble substance, it is insoluble, okay. Kerosene is insoluble. Now moving to a next point, that is transparency. Now students, can you tell what is transparency? You heard this word transparency many times, right? Suppose when we can look through a substance and see things on the other side, then that substance is said to be the transparent. This property of substance is called transparency. Like the property of a material due to which we can see through it clearly, it is called transparency. Means those material which we can clearly see, okay, are called transparent material. Transparent material allow almost all the light to pass through them, due to which the object behind them we can see clearly. For example, glass, air, plastic, water, right? These are all transparent, right? So the glass, test tube, beakers are transparent. So have you saw, students, shopkeeper keeps the sweets, biscuit, toffees, chocolates in transparent containers, right? Containers made of glass or plastic, so that customer can see these items easily, right? So that is called the transparency. I hope you understood the points whatever I explained about the fluidity, densities, solubility and transparency. So students, can you identify the object shown in figure number 5.14, that is metal, right? From which substances are they made? Can you tell? What are these substances called as a group? So students, our next point is properties of metal. So students, in next lecture we will going to learn about the properties of metals in a different way, as we have learned about the properties of substances, right? Like brittleness, hardness, elasticity, fluidity, densities, solubility, transparent. So similarly, in next point, properties of metal, we will going to learn different types of properties of metals, that is malleability, ductility, then thermal conductivity, use of metals. All this we will going to learn in this next lecture. Okay students, I hope whatever I explained you understood very well. Just write down the definition of all the points which I have given in this video. Okay students, in next lecture we will going to learn more detail about the properties of metal. Okay students, meet you in next lecture. Thank you students, study well. Bye.